Now, as we wrap up 2023, a look back on the top stories of the year revealed a lot of first and unprecedented moments.
Emily Schmidt takes a look at some of the landmark moments that happened over the last 12 months.
Perhaps the most 2023 way to try to sum up this year is not to try it all and let AI do it for you. After all, Collins Dictionary named AI its word of the year for driving the conversation about the power and potential perils of artificial intelligence, as Senator Richard Blumenthal proved when he used an AI-generated deepfake of his own voice.
Too often, we have seen what happens when technology outpaces regulation.
But even AI couldn't envision all 2023 had in store.
Well, what the heck is that?
A Chinese spy balloon crossed the country, capturing people's attention, creating political concerns. The military shot it down after a 7-day journey. 2023 made its own communications history. Twitter tweeted for the last time when Elon Musk rebranded it X. TikTok CEO faced a critical Congress.
Your platform should be banned.
But 150 million active TikTok users in the U.S. kept scrolling, according to its CEO, and sharing their experiences throughout the year. Extreme weather was a frequent theme. Deadly wildfires in Maui arrived so quickly in August. As the emergency siren warning system stayed silent, people plunged into the ocean seeking safety.
You gotta go!
At least 110 died. Thousands lost their homes in Hawaii's largest ever natural disaster. Unions walked.
Tonight, for the first time in our history, we will strike all three of the big three at once.
United Auto Workers, Kaiser Permanente workers, LA's school district workers, Writers Guild of America workers, and SAG-AFTRA actors all went on the picket lines. In the Middle East, on October 7th, Hamas put what it said was a plan 2 years in the making into action, killing more than 1,200 people in Israel in just the attack's first hours, taking at least 200 hostages, some eventually released, others left in limbo. Israel attacked Hamas in Gaza in return, killing thousands more in an unfolding political and humanitarian crisis. Back in the U.S., mass shooters took lives in the most ordinary places. In Lewiston, Maine, the year's deadliest mass shooting, 18 people died simply eating or bowling. 21-year-old Massachusetts Air National Guardsman Jack Teixeira arrested for allegedly leaking classified national defense information on social media.
I did not and would not hurt my wife and my child.
Disgraced former attorney Alec Murdaugh took the stand, but a jury took less than 3 hours to find him guilty of murder. Ohio's attorney general filed a federal lawsuit against Norfolk Southern after a toxic train derailment in East Palestine. Courtrooms set the scene for their share of politics. New York Republican George Santos pleaded not guilty to 23 charges, including fraud and money laundering. The House expelled him, the 6th congressman, first Republican. New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez and his wife pleaded not guilty to federal corruption-related charges, accused of accepting hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of bribes. Hunter Biden became the first child of a sitting president charged by the Justice Department. His lawyer has suggested the charges are politically motivated. Former President Trump racked up historic court superlatives all year. The first time a current or former president has faced criminal charges. The first time a former president was charged with crimes in federal court. The first former president with a mugshot. Trump stayed on the campaign trail, and President Biden went to Georgia to honor former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who died at age 96 after a lifetime of service. Her 99-year-old husband, Jimmy Carter, who has remained in hospice care most of the year, attended as well. Their lifetime together superseding even a term in the White House. That kind of contrast happened all year. A son's book, a king's coronation. The challenges of conquering space, the dangers of exploring the ocean when a Titanic-bound submersible imploded, killing all on board. This year, the Supreme Court ruled against a decades-long precedent of affirmative action in college admissions processes and said First Amendment free speech protections allowed a Christian web designer to refuse services for same-sex weddings. Even status quo brought change. Kevin McCarthy became the first House Speaker to be removed from office. It took 3 weeks for Republicans to agree on his successor. That's 2023, a year too unbelievable for AI, too unforgettable for real. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.